Hey, what's up, y'all? This is recording artist Tramaine Banks, and I have been invited here by Lift Your Black Voices social media interview for music. They pretty much invited me. I thank y'all so much. They've invited me. They gave me the floor to talk to my fans, to talk to my people. I don't have nobody sitting here, ask me a whole bunch of questions, but we have it all from the fans over here on social media. We're reading everything that everybody has sent in. So we're just going to read a little bit. We're going to talk about a little bit. This is not going to be no hour-long interview because I have great news to share with y'all at the end of this interview. And I just want y'all to chill with me, vibe with me, relax with me because I'm an independent artist, No label, okay? No record deal, no team, okay? Now don't get me wrong, I got folks, but I ain't got nobody telling me what to do, when to do it, how to do it. I don't have no manager. I don't need all that. Okay? It's about sharing the gift. Okay? It's about sharing my voice, sharing the gift, and making sure that you guys connect with the music on any level. Any music that I release, I need to try and connect with the people, but definitely want to try to connect with him. So listen up. Chill, stay tuned, stay right here because I got some good stuff for y'all. And we're going to answer any questions that the fans may have. And anybody that was in my DM. Anybody that was in my DM. Stay tuned. So anyway, again, this is your boy, recording artist Tramaine Banks. A lot of people that don't know me that will learn to know me eventually, right? So here's where we are. This is what we have. I'm gonna answer any questions that the fans may have and read out to some of the things to you guys, as to what was in my DMs and things like that. Okay. So Bernard, if you flip that page for me. Yes. Okay, so here we go. All right. He agreed not to say much on the interview. It's all me. I got the flow. So I'm just going to read off some of the questions that he has pulled up. So I'm chilling. I got my cocktail. Here we go. So the first question on this interview is, where are you from? A lot of people ask me that. Where are you actually from? What city, what state? And let me explain something to you. Born and raised in the snow. Okay? Everybody know where the snow at. It's all up north. Chicago, Wisconsin, all that. New York, I'm born and raised out of the snow. Okay? I'm originally from Wisconsin, right? But lived in North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, for a great deal of my life. And when I say a great deal, I was able to relocate from where I was from and move on over there to start my own personal life, which a lot of artists do, okay? A lot of artists does that. They will be living in Alabama, right? And they'll move all the way to LA, and you claim that city, you rep that city because that's where, that's what helped you, take off, Now, don't get me wrong, okay? I've gotten my name, okay? A lot of people call me Mantasia, right? So I've gotten my name from being in Wisconsin, okay? And, when Fantasia won American Idol back in, what was it, 2004, Fantasia won American Idol. That's when I took off because a lot of people that know me know that I took off from that. Let's see. I started going to a lot of karaoke's, a lot of open mics and talent shows and contests and stuff like that. And, I had her music to lean on because when she won American Idol, it was, oh my goodness, it was life changing. Here it is. The single mom, young female, can sing her butt off, okay? And she won Idol, right? She gathered the hearts of all of us. She won Idol, and then she just took off. She didn't let nothing stop her. She'd been through some stuff, a lot of stuff, and she let nothing stop her. So when she won, I took that as a sign. I'm like, hold on a minute. Why can she do all that, but I can't? Like, how? So I took it upon myself. I said, you know what? I'm gonna share my gift, and I started singing her music and so forth, and here I am, independent recording artist. So, next question. What made you want to do music? Okay, so that question is a question for my mom, but I'll answer it for her because I know the fans and everybody that's on social media is asking me this. What made me want to do music is I went to a talent show when I was about 10 years old. No, 10 or 11 years old. I think it was 10 or 11 years old. My mom let me start going to this summer camp thing. And I eventually went to their talent show. And I told her, I came home, I ran home, I said, Mom, they having a talent show, And my mom was like, well, everybody know how my mama talk. Well, you going to sing and I'm coming to watch you. So when I got home, I like I said, I told her, I said, Mom, they having a talent show. And I entered it. I wanna sing in it. And she's like, you going to perform and I'm coming to watch you. And so I got to the show, and the very first song that I sung, guys, was SWV Week. I don't know what it is that you've done to me, but it started acting, I sung that song, Week by SWV. And as I'm singing, my mom, she's in the back, and she's like going like this. She's like, she stood up, she started going like this. I'm like, what is she doing? What is she doing? And I didn't understand what she meant by going like this. I was just a kid. I was just singing, and my mom was in the back, and here I am thinking that I'm just flawless, and she just kept going like this. So I'm just trying to figure out what she was saying. And when she stood up and did like this, I said, she wants me to sing louder. Yeah, she wants me to sing louder. So I said, okay, cool. I started singing louder. She sat down and she did like that. That means I had it. So from that point on, your boy already thought that he had some pipes then. You know what I'm saying? Now I ain't no Whitney Houston and I ain't no Kelly Price. Although, when I was doing the talent shows and karaoke and stuff, I sung Kelly Price, Friend of Mine. And I actually ended up winning the contest with that. I won a contest with that one. Okay? So, I ain't no Kelly Price. I ain't no Whitney Houston. But, I went on and I won some stuff with those songs. Well, anyway, moving forward. So, yeah, that's what made me want to do music. To everybody out there. The next question is, let me see, because these questions are crazy. I don't want to read nothing that, get on here and these folks be like, that's not. Okay, so the next question is, what was your very first platform song? Oh, that's a good one. So my very first platform song was We All Deserve Love. That's the very first song that I had went into the studio and recorded when I was living in Charlotte before I relocated here to Florida. I now live in Florida, for a lot of people that don't know, but I had to I had to pretty much come out here for, so because they got beaches and stuff like that. Well, anyway, and it's close to Miami and Atlanta and all that good stuff. So, well, anywho, I released "We All Deserve Love," the very first song on social media, or not social media, on SoundCloud. I released it on SoundCloud, and actually, that song today has almost 1,000 plays. I think it has almost 1,000 plays? I think it's like almost 900 plays, or either 1,000. It's either 900 plays or 1,000. almost that amount of plays on SoundCloud, and I didn't realize that a lot of people went on SoundCloud and played that song. And I really didn't have a lot of um, promoting and stuff like that for that, because again, I'm an independent artist. So when I come out with my music, it's on me to hire promoters or do the promoting myself. Okay, let me take a sip of this here good cocktail on that. So anyway, so that was my very first song on platforms. Was "We All Deserve Love," and then the rest started to graduate on there. I call that my immature play, because I knew how to sing, but recording and doing music at that time when that song came out, I was still trying to be polished. I was still trying to figure out what I want to do with my voice, what sound I want to find, because a lot of people that know me, when I was singing my music and performing places and doing things, a lot of music that I sung was of Fantasia, because that's how people knew me. They knew that I can sing these songs of hers, or I sung other songs, Kelly Price and different songs like that. But Fantasia was the one that got me my name. Fantasia is the one that got me known. Whether it was in Wisconsin, Charlotte, North Carolina, Atlanta. I actually had ended up moving to Atlanta in 2008. And when I moved to Atlanta in 2008, I moved down there. Me and some friends started doing music, and I signed to a management team. And with this management team, they started treating me like I was an artist already. They were picking me up from my house in Range Rovers. They was picking me up in my house and picking me up from my house. They were paying for my food. They were paying for everything. I was performing at these shows. One guy from Def Jam Records came to hear me, but I needed to hear somebody from up above him, I guess, somebody that runs the label or whatever. They actually wanted to hear me sing, so I was that close to performing in front of someone, in front of Def Jam Records. And then things had happened back at home. I had to move back home because my mom was having some health issues and going through some things. And I don't know how many of you guys out there know that, sometimes you got to put life on hold, even if it's your life. If you care about somebody that much, you will put what you got going on to the back, to the backside to take care of business. And that's my mom. I can sing in the shower, but I can't replace her. I can replace a track, I can replace a show, I can, but I can't replace her. So I had to move back home and take care of her. So that's how that had happened. So the next question is, you gotta tap it. You gotta. You're not gonna say nothing. Y'all should see how he looking at me. Anyway, okay. Which one is it? What does that say? Tell us about your journey to all platforms. Okay, so that's a good question. Because that goes hand in hand with the question that they talked about. What was my first song on platform? So tell y'all about my journey. About pretty much becoming available on all platforms is what they want to know. How did I get on Spotify? How did I get on iTunes? How did I get on Apple Music? How did I get on YouTube? And stuff like that. Knowing that I'm an independent artist, I'm not signed to a label. So let me just say this, okay? When I released my very first platform single, which was Don't Remember Grandma, that song for me touched a lot of people. Me personally, for that song, I wanted it to be special. Because I'm gonna tell you this, I don't remember my grandma. I don't remember my grandma. I really don't. I was about probably 2 months old, 3 months old, somewhere in there, from what my mom tells me when my grandma passed away. And I don't remember her. I don't remember my grandma. I don't remember the first time that she gave me food. I don't remember the first time she hugged me, kissed me, picked me up. I, ran across the floor. I don't remember anything as a first time grandchild when it comes to my grandmother. I don't remember. In the song, I even say, please forgive me if my mind can't think back. Please forgive me. If my mind can't think back, because I just can't think back that far. I just can't go all the way back and even remember taking my first step and she was there. I just don't remember anything about my grandma. So I was inspired to write that song. And I wanted to share that song with the world, share it with everybody, because I just really, there are some people out there that don't remember grandpa, don't remember grandma, don't remember their dad, don't remember anybody, or somebody in their family per se. And so I wanted to release that song. So I went into the studio. When I went in the studio to record the song, I told my engineer, I said, before I go in the booth, I'm letting you know now, from this point moving forward, as an independent artist, I'm no longer just uploading my music on SoundCloud. I'm no more a SoundCloud, baby. I'm now going to, I want to come out to the world. I want to actually, release this music. And I want to start sharing this with the world. I want everybody to start hearing this. And he says to me, well, you're not signed to a label. You don't have a team. So a lot of this is going to fall on you. And I'm like, I'm with it. I started looking up different stuff. Let me tell you, I started Googling stuff. How do you set up an interview? How do you set up, a red carpet? How do you go to a show? How do you perform? How y'all think I got my shows in Miami Live and got on BMI and, stuff like that. My music videos. How y'all think I doing all that? Y'all think I got a team? I don't have a team. I scheduled all that. I did all myself. So here's the thing. A lot of people don't understand that as an independent artist, if you don't have a team, you have to do everything behind the scenes, and then you have to come to the forefront and be the artist too. Now drink on that. Now let me stop being stupid, but for real, you have to be the artist behind the scenes, and you have to come to the forefront and be the artist in the front. So I'm doing both ends. And then on top of that, I work a normal 9 to 5, okay? Because I have to support myself. I ain't got no husband. I ain't got no man. I ain't got nobody to help me. I ain't got no roommate. I ain't got none of that stuff. Okay. I don't have that stuff. So I had to figure it out. So when he told me it's on you, I was like, I'm just going to have to figure it out. But I'm an artist. I don't have to be signed to no label to be, on Spotify and all that. I need to be an artist. And we did the whole thing. He helped me. He walked me through the whole thing. And, I've been an independent artist ever since. I've done my own things. I have my own budgets. Any royalties I got come back to me comes to me. I get paid for a show. A lot of y'all out there don't think I get paid for a show. If a club calls me or emails me and say, hey, we need artists and we're pulling people with a lineup, you don't think a budget is coming with that in the email? You think somebody's just stepping on the stage for free? I'm an independent artist. I don't have a label behind me. So a label can pay for stuff and they get paid from a show and everything else. I need to see coin. I need to see blue strips too. So yeah, that's how I got on all platforms. For all y'all that don't know, I'm on Spotify, I'm on iTunes, I'm on Pandora, I'm on Amazon Music, I'm on SoundCloud, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Amazon Music, I'm on all platforms. Go on there and you type in recording artist. Don't type in recording artist. Type in Tramaine Banks. That is Tramaine Banks, Banks. Okay? Go on all platforms and type that in. You will see my face. I'm popping up. So that's how I got on all platforms. And now I'm everywhere. Okay? So let's go to the next question because I got some news I want to share with y'all. And I'm sipping this cocktail, and before this starts kicking in, and I start telling y'all other stuff that I probably shouldn't tell y'all. Anyway, so the next question is, will you ever go on tour? Well. I'm so glad that y'all answered. Sorry, I'm glad that y'all asked that question. Okay? Will I ever go on tour? Absolutely. I will go on tour. A tour is actually being in the works right now. I can't give up too much information about it. I'm not allowed to say a whole lot because now on this tour situation, I do have a team for that. I won't let you know what's going to happen or whatever, but you guys just got to stay tuned and look on all social media platforms or wherever you at. Facebook, IG, my Facebook fan page. I'm on Twitter. I got a Snapchat now. Who would have ever thought that I would have had a Snapchat? Because I'm not supposed to have Snapchat. I'm not supposed to do that. But again, as an independent artist, I had to learn. They said you need all social media because you are an independent artist. I said, all right. So yeah, so I'm definitely going to be going on tour. Please pay attention to tour dates, cities, all that coming near you. I'm not going on no 50-state tour. I will let y'all know that now because I'm not even a known artist like that. But due to the fact I'm an independent artist, and I do have a selective group, fans, people who support me, love me, come around, talk to me, all that other kind of stuff, DM me, whatever. I will be going to, select a few cities to share the gift and tell the story. Okay. So, next question is, what inspired your latest single? Wow. All right. So, I'm gonna take these glasses off again because I want to share this with you guys. My latest single is dedicated to my father, Marvin Hardwick. Marvin Hardwick, if anybody that knows him, and if you guys know me, know that we were very close. He loved me dearly, cussed me out, all kind of other stuff. But what parent, will still wake up the next day and take care of you, feed you, put gas in your car, allow you to stay with them. I had moved out of my place when I first was introduced to Marvin Hardwick. I moved out of my place and I moved in with him because my father, his name was Reggie. His name is Reggie. And I can count on one hand how many times he's been in my life, on things that he's done for me. But with Marvin Hardwick, just in a matter of 30 days of meeting him, or a month and a half, he had did so much for me. He had put so much life into me. He made me smile on days I wanted to cry. He made me get up and go to work on days that I didn't want to go to work. A lot of people see me smile and see me laughing, but they don't understand that I go through things. Even as a recording artist, any artist out here, look at Mary J. Blige. Everybody knew that, she went through something once the tabloids and everybody got a hold to the information. But nobody knew that she was going through that, behind closed doors. And, I was going through some things at the time. I wanted my dad around. I had things that I wanted to do, even when Fantasia had won Idol and I auditioned for Idol. When I came back from my audition, I just took off, on karaoke tour around the city and state of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I was just singing everywhere and doing talent shows, doing everything. It was like people was just coming out to see me, seeing everything. He was coming. He was there. He supported me. He was there. Don't get me wrong. Were there times where he didn't want to come? Absolutely, because every parents gets crabby. I don't feel like going. You go down there and just do a video. Let me know how it go. But this man had stepped in and he had actually became my father. He became my father. You know what I mean? And I just feel like for me, we grew a bond. We got close. We shared money. We shared food. We shared cars. We shared house. Everything. Because that was my dad. That was my daddy. That's my dad. And that's how I met my other brothers and sisters. To name a few: Kevin, Theo, Amanda, Olivia. I met my other sisters and brothers that I didn't know that I had until I met them. And when I tell you that I met them, the love from them, I was accepted. Let me tell you, I was accepted with open arms. They loved me. They cared for me. We all had disagreements like any other family. But if I knocked on the door and wanted something to eat, if I needed anything, they were there for me. And it was vice versa. It was vice versa. But I wanted to take these glasses off so y'all can actually see me in this interview, so they can actually see me in this interview, tell you guys the real deal on how that single became about. And he passed away this year. And so when I got the call, I got the call from Amanda, and I was asleep. She woke me up out of my sleep. And there's a verse in the song that says, "The day the sun didn't even come up yet," right? And I get the call that you're gone. I'm gonna miss all the times that you told me I meant something, right? So when I got the call from her, she woke me up out of my sleep, and I just could not stop her from screaming. I had to sit on the phone literally for 30 minutes to get her to calm down. And when I hung up with her, the first thing ran through my mind was, gotta take some time. We gotta take some time. That was the first thing that ran through my head. Take some time. Because this was not going to be a death that you can just sweep on the rug and be like, oh my God, we're going to really miss him, and then just be done. Right now, and I'm not going to break down crying on this interview and in this good lighting and in these here good glasses, okay? But right now, I'm still grieving. I'm still a loss for words. I'm still hurt because for me, that's like losing my dad twice. And I don't know about a lot of you guys, but you may have lost a parent once. You know how your mom passed away, your dad passed away, or whatever the case may be. For me, my dad died twice because my first biological father passed away. He's been in my life 4 or 5 times. Wasn't at a show, didn't come to graduation, none of that. And then I met Marvin Harwick. And he was my dad for a long time, since 2003. And he just died this year, 2021. He was my dad for a long time. And then I lost him. So just imagine how that makes me feel. As just as a child. We're not going to say as an adult, that doesn't have that dad or father figure or parent in there. Just as a child of a parent. I lost my dad twice. My biological father, I lost him, couldn't get the time. I was busy, so upset at him because he didn't take the time to come to me, and look for me and find me and take me nowhere, do nothing with me. Because I have a twin brother. A lot of people don't know I have a twin brother. I have a twin brother for those that don't know. But my twin brother went chasing after my biological father, and he was like, he went looking. He was like, oh, I'm going to see him. Daddy don't come see me. I'm going to his house. He was knocking down doors going to find me. Let me tell you, I was that one. I was at home. I was like, I'm not finna go chasing after him. For what? I'm not finna do that. Because you my father, you my dad, You had, you created me. It's your job to find me and come to me. And I was so stubborn. I wish I would have took the initiative to say, you know what, regardless, let me push myself on him. But I didn't. So I lost all that time. And then to find out that he passed away, I was done right there, And then turn around and just lost Marvin Hardwick, my actual dad that played a role in my life. It's like, leaving me by myself, like leaving someone by themselves. You lost. And I've even told God, I've even said, God, I just want to know what it feels like to win again. I just want to know what it feels like to win again. That's all. That's all. I just want to know what it feels like to win again. And it don't have to be money. It don't have to be cars or houses. It don't have to be, being on BET. It does not have to be. I just want to know what it feels like to just win. I just want to know what it feels like to win. Because I felt like I had been losing. And not just losing father figures. A whole lot happened to my mom. She had went through a lot. I just want to know what it feels like to win. So that's where I was at when that song was created. That's what inspired that single, Take Some Time, guys. That's I might as well leave the glasses off because this is a serious moment. That's what inspired me for that single. I'm gonna answer one question, and then I'm gonna wrap this interview up because again, you are watching Live Black Voices social media interview on music, and I am recording artist Tramaine Banks, and I was invited to share my story. So let me just say this. Let me answer one more question. The last question says, when is your next show? Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to know when I'm gonna get on the stage and sing for you? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wouldn't you like to know? So my next show, stay tuned. Look for dates, look for cities, and that's all I'm going to say. Because if I tell you, you're going to take that information, jot it down, and you're not even going to be on social media paying attention to nothing else that I deliver. And just because I'm not Beyonce, just because I'm not, Sierra, anybody big like that, I'm going to need you to stay tuned on social media and look out for me like you look out for them. Okay? So that was the last question for this interview. I'm going to share this news with you guys before I wrap this up. I have a show coming up in Vegas. I've been invited to perform in Vegas. I'm claiming that thing. I'm just going to claim it right now. I have a music video coming out to the new single, Take Some Time. So please be looking out for that. But I also have a tour coming, okay? And a lot of people was asking me to do a music video for the single Careful Best Friend. And it's funny because I'm like, they didn't ask for a music video for Don't Remember Grandma. But I guess because by that being, so sentimental to my heart, I don't remember Grandma. They were like, we don't want to bust that question on them. But they came to me like, I had a friend. His name is John. Him and his husband just bought a house. So shout out to them. Congratulations, guys, on that. But he sent me a message and said this song deserves a video. And I'm just like, it's one coming, but. Around the time when all this started to come out and be released, Careful Best Friend, Don't Remember Grandma, and getting on platform and stuff like that, I had just finished a show in Miami Live when I had did Talking About Jesus. Those who don't know about Talking About Jesus, that hit 1,000. That means 1K, 1,000 views on YouTube. For you, It's not a lot. For those who do content on a regular, and your stuff hit 2 and 3 and 4 and 10,000 K views, whatever, for y'all that's not a lot. But for that to hit 1,000 views independently, and then turn around and my new single, Take Some Time, just hit 2,000 views on YouTube independently, and then turned around on platform, Spotify, over 1,700 streams. Hey, what he do? He said he would. Anyway, over 1,700 streams on Spotify. Where they do that at? Independently. No label, no team, no none of that. Where they do that at? I like to see it. Anyway, so yes, I want to share that news with you guys that I do have 2 music videos coming out. Okay, one is for Careful Best Friend. One is for Take Some Time. I got a show in Vegas. I got a radio interview coming up in Atlanta. I got a show coming up in Atlanta. And I have a tour to prepare for. And not to mention, I'm going to be doing a collab with one of these amazing singers. He goes by the name of, I can't give you that. I can't get it. I can't give you that. But I'm getting ready to do a collab. Okay, I got a gospel single coming out. Okay, I have a song titled Faded coming out. This song talks about being faded. It talks about going through some things, right? And I'm so out of it and so on the zone. I hear you. I hear what you're saying. Things are going in one ear, not the other. But because I'm having a cocktail, I'm faded. It's like, I hear you, bruh. I hear what you're saying. But let this cocktail soothe me. Let it heal me a little bit. As I'm preparing to step in the studio for this next song, I'm faded. So that's what that song talks about. And I'm not going to give y'all a whole list of songs that I got coming out, because I got some heat coming for you. I got this one song. You ain't go, hey, you ain't. I can't get, I was supposed to do that. I was supposed to get y'all that. But it's hot. And y'all not going to believe who I'm bringing out on this song. Stay tuned. Y'all not gonna believe who's coming out on this song. And they gonna show y'all their skills. And I'm so happy, I'm so grateful, I'm so excited, because I've been waiting for this moment. I've been wanting this. And they're gonna come out and perform on this song. So I got some great things coming musically. For me, y'all, I live regular life, okay? I'm in management, as a career. That's my number one. That's my career, because I have to eat. I have to pay my bills, my car note. I have to survive, right? So I'm in management throughout my normal career, my 9 to 5. And outside of my job, outside of work, when I leave outside my door of work, I'm a recording artist. It's like having an alter ego. Y'all know how you have 2 alter egos? I have another song y'all have no idea of the things that's getting ready to take place. But it's just, it's all about praying your way through it. It's all about proper planning and just letting everything flow, because I can't push everything out on everybody at one time. I'm not that kind of artist. And I'm also not the kind of artist where you'll see me doing a whole bunch of clips of singing and my social media is just full of a whole bunch of clips of singing. No, baby. My music coming out, my music videos, I'm live and show. I'm getting ready to go on tour. You'll see all the music doing that. You don't see Fantasia stuff lit up with a whole bunch of things of her singing different songs and all that. We singers. And that's any artist. We singers. Some of us, we have time on our hands to just sit there and lay up and just do recording videos and all other kind of stuff. Some artists enjoy doing that. I enjoy doing that too, but I don't have a lot of time to do that because I'm constantly on the go. If I'm not working, I'm in the studio. If I'm not in the studio, I'm trying to book a show. If I'm not booking the show, I'm preparing for something else that will get me to that show, right? And I'm answering emails. And I got different, let me tell y'all, when Take Some Time came out, I have so many emails inviting me to perform at shows and stuff. I can't answer all of them at one time. But if I had a team, all I would do is just grab the mic and sing. I would have a team booking stuff for me, telling me, Tramaine Banks, you got so-and-so, so-and-so. Hey, T, because everybody don't know. People call me T for sure. They'll be like, hey T, you got a show and so and so, so and so. Prepare, da 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 da. And I have to go on to work, make sure I take my time off and prepare for this music, whatever, prepare for this performance. But I don't have that. I have to work first, come home, take care of my household because I'm an individual, right? Single. Nobody to cook for me or clean up my house when I get home. So I'm doing everything by myself, right? And then the other thing is you got to stay connected. I try my very best every day to stay connected to God because that's the first thing. That's my first love. I was introduced to God when I was 8, 9 years old. And I've never walked away from him. I've never left him. Have I been disobedient? Yes. Have I not been the best child in his eyes? Nobody has. Nobody's perfect. But everything about him should continuously come out of my mouth and as a flow because that's the number one creator. He's the beginning and the end. Okay? So I hope I answered all you questions out there, all of you fans and all the people that support me and love me. You can find me on social media at IG Tramaine_Banks. And the same thing with Twitter, the same thing with no, so it's IG and Twitter for Tramaine_Banks. And then I have my fan page on Facebook, which is Recording Artist Tramaine Banks. And then my regular page, you don't need that because I'm an artist. You don't need to be in my personal life. You're not trying to love on me and, be in a relationship and, build things. So I don't need to be giving you all that. However, I have a Snapchat. And find me on Snapchat the same way. But I guess I just really want to let you guys all know. I gotta say thank you for anybody who listens to my music, anybody who shares the link, anybody who does anything musically to support Tramaine Banks. Thank you, and thank you. I'm your boy, recording artist Tramaine Banks. It has been a pleasure to tell you guys my story and to share my journey with you on Live Black Voices social media interview for music. Holla!